almost unfair. Here's something most people will never tell you. A mature woman does not fall in love with words. She has heard every compliment. She has read every sweet text. She has sat through candlelit dinners where men tried too hard to impress her. Words stopped moving her a long time ago. They no longer touch her the way they once might have. So what actually opens the heart she has spent years protecting? The answer is touch. But not just any touch, not the clumsy movie-style grab. I am talking about intentional, psychologically powerful touches that communicate things words cannot. Safety, confidence, tenderness, desire, all without opening your mouth. Research confirms this. Dr. Dasher Kellner at UC Berkeley asked strangers to communicate emotions through brief touches on the forearm. No words, no facial expressions, just touch. People could identify emotions like love, gratitude, and sympathy with astonishing accuracy. 78% of the time, touch alone conveyed exactly what words could not. Imagine that. Your cleverest lines, your sweetest texts, all struggling to compete with the silent language of touch. This is why some men seem to connect effortlessly with women, while others, no matter what they say, end up in the friend zone. It is not about the words. It is about how you touch. And for a mature woman, one who knows exactly what she wants, this communication bypasses logic entirely. One of the most subtle, yet powerful touches is guiding her gently by the small of her back. When you place your hand there, perhaps while moving through a doorway, guiding her through a crowd, or standing beside her at an event, you activate one of the most nerve-dense areas in the human body. A slow, confident, warm hand in that spot sends signals straight to the brain's emotional centers. Speed and pressure matter. A quick pat feels awkward, a heavy push controlling, but a slow, steady, warm placement communicates something deeper. I am here. I see you. You don't have to carry everything alone right now. For a woman who has spent years being her own protector, that gesture can feel more romantic than 100 roses. A woman once told me that as a man guided her into a restaurant with his hand on her back, she felt something she hadn't felt in 15 years. She felt chosen. That is the quiet power of presence. Another subtle, transformative gesture is holding her hand with both of yours. Most people hold hands, but this is different. Both of your hands cradling hers creates a sense of symmetry that the brain interprets as complete attention and emotional presence. Therapists use similar techniques in EMDR therapy to help people process trauma. For a mature woman, this simple act of connection communicates that she is fully seen, fully acknowledged, and safe in your presence. It is rare. And after years of half-hearted affection, this gesture can feel extraordinary. Then there is the intimacy of pressing your forehead gently against hers, eyes closed, breathing in sync. It does not demand anything. It does not escalate. It is quiet, profound, and activates the attachment system in adults, much like a mother's touch does in infants. For a woman who has built walls to survive, it is a gentle knock on a door she forgot she had. It says simply, I am here with you. Nowhere else matters. A man who can do this without rushing it or breaking the silence communicates more emotional intelligence than most people demonstrate in an entire relationship. The nape of the neck is another extraordinary point of connection. Packed with nerve endings and completely vulnerable, this area reacts instantly to gentle, trusting touch. When a man places a careful hand on the back of a woman's neck, her brain evaluates safety, trust, and pleasure all at once. When she registers yes to all three, an almost instantaneous emotional response occurs. Her breathing changes, her pupils dilate, and neurochemicals responsible for attachment flood her system. A younger woman might not notice it, but a mature woman immediately understands the confidence, desire, and familiarity it communicates. Timing is everything. This touch comes after trust, as a progression, not a shortcut. There is also the subtle movement of your thumb across her skin. When you are holding her hand, resting your hand on her arm, her shoulder, or her knee, let your thumb move slowly back and forth. She may not consciously notice it, but her brain does. The nerves activated by this motion are wired directly to the brain's emotional and intimacy centers. For a woman who has known absent or performative affection, this effortless, unconscious tenderness communicates connection in a way no words ever could. It is almost unfair how powerful it is because it feels so natural and unintentional. Then there is the quiet pull, bringing her closer without a word, an arm around her shoulder, a hand on her waist. You are mirroring the instinctive proximity-seeking behavior of securely bonded partners. For a woman who has spent years feeling she must earn closeness, this simple act rewrites her internal story. It tells her she is wanted simply for being, not for what she offers or does, and that is profoundly moving. Finally, there is the long hold hug, a full chest-to-chest embrace lasting at least 20 seconds, not a quick squeeze or casual side hug. Science shows that hugs this long release oxytocin and lower cortisol, calming her nervous system and shifting it from fight or flight to rest and openness. For a mature woman who has carried the weight of the world, this hug says, "You don't have to be strong right now. I've got you." Every wall she has built, every defense perfected, softens. This is not about impressing her or exciting her. It is about relief, permission to stop holding everything together for just one moment. These touches, each subtle and deliberate, carry far more power than money, status, or perfect timing. They require awareness, intention, and the willingness to slow down, to truly be present. If you can master this language of touch, you won't just capture her attention, you will reach her heart. You will make her feel safe, desired, and chosen in ways words could never achieve. It is not grand gestures or expensive gifts that create lasting connection. It is presence, awareness, intention, and tenderness, expressed through the unspoken language of touch. That is how a mature woman feels seen, valued, and deeply connected. That is how you can reach her heart.